I was late. I was late. But now I am here. So, Abaddon, calm your tits. You don't need to point it out. But if you're gonna point it out anyway, calm your tits regardless. Sorry, guys. I got distracted putting up a new camera mount because I got a new camera and it needs to be mounted. It's one of those fancier Logitechs. So we're taking this to the big leagues, getting rid of one of these bad boys and putting it right up there. It's going to be my third camera if I have enough USB ports to install it. But in addition to that, I was literally at the bar less than an hour ago for a shift.
I brought the bar here.
You brought the bar here. Oh, boyfriendo is in the corner off doing his shenanigans. Yes, I got some new equipment. So in addition to the new monitor mount, which will allow me to kind of adjust the positioning of the cameras themselves, I will also be able to adjust this camera because the camera mount itself is going to be adjustable within like a arm's length of a radius, etc.
One beer?
Yes.
Would you like to try one of the new ones?
The coffee one?
No, the new variety pack we just got.
We just got a new variety pack?
You bought it.
Yes, the Blue Moon.
Yes.
There's a coffee one in there.
Oh.
That's what I thought you meant.
Shut up. How about that? No one asked you.
Officer Gex. Oh, new equipment. You're doing all kinds of mounting. Yes. Yes, I am mounting cameras.
No, she's mounting me.
I haven't done that in a while.
Bullshit. Fucking liar.
Was more than 48 hours ago. I count that as a while. But anyway, yeah. New equipment. We're super excited. Got this in the mail last week, but I wasn't able to pick it up because I shipped it to my dad's house. Because I don't trust my apartment complex to not...
Get an original.
I get an original?
Yes. Because I didn't want to dig to the back of the case. Fair. I grabbed the last mango.
You want to throw this away?
Sure.
I'm not away.
But it is away from me.
Can you throw it away in the garbage can, please, my love? No, not down your shirt. Anyway, so new equipment. I think El Boyfriendo just died a little bit. And Polly's here. Oh my gosh, now it's a party. I have my booze. Can you hear me?
It's a poly party.
Hang on. I put it in the wrong thing again. I really need to... Shut up. I need to rewire these. Or maybe I didn't break it. Maybe Polly's just broken. Polly, speak.
Hello.
He's not a dog.
Hang on. All right, Polly, speak again.
Hello.
There we go. Now I can hear you.
Yay.
I was just talking about my new equipment, which I got, which is super important.
Okay, there we go. All right. I had to bring chat up. Hello, chat.
Camera. It's for projects in the near to soon future.
What equipment? I didn't get to see it. I want to see it.
No, it's a camera.
Does it say nut?
Logitech. No, it doesn't say nut.
Damn it.
Sorry, no. That's what El Boyfriendo is for.
Nutting.
Yes.
That's kind of lewd.
You missed like a whole different part of the conversation there, Polly.
Apparently. Fuck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I got some new equipment, and I have no idea how I'm gonna mount this, to be honest, because it just like there's a ball at the end, and oh
my God, Weebo! How do I mount it? There's a ball at the end. It's for nutting. What is happening?
No. The nutting had nothing to do with the mounting. The nutting has nothing to do with the mounting of the camera.
You cannot lie.
The nutting has nothing to do with the mounting, Weebo. That's the entire point.
I'm having a struggle. I'm having a struggle of a day. No, stop. Sorry. Meowschwitz is taking it, clawing at the carpet.
So okay, hold on. What is the function of this device that you held up?
This is a camera.
Is it? Oh, okay. It's a camera. Okay, thank you. All right. Does it do 3D rendering?
No, it doesn't do 3D rendering.
Does it do 2160p 4K?
I don't know what that means. 2160p 4K.
2160p.
It's resolution.
Is resolution.
Or 4K.
Okay, yeah. Now that makes more sense that you separated it out.
You see, Weebo, there's these things called pixels. Now,
1440, right?
Yes, I'm aware of what pixels are. Polydub. I actually don't know what the resolution on this bad boy is here. Let's look it up.
I hope he continues to roast you for that.
Shut up. I don't need a peanut gallery.
Then you shouldn't have moved in with me.
what are you talking about? That's chat.
I know. I said I already have chat.
Hold on, I gotta turn you up. Your volume's a little low.
Seriously? This is the gains that I was at for Norbar.
Norbar? What's that? I want to go to Norbar. Where's that?
You're just in a sassy, let's fuck with Weebo attitude today, aren't you? Both of you.
I figured I'd try the same thing I do every week and see how it goes.
I'm just getting some mad sass from every degree.
Love it.
All 360. The squad is not on my side today. Where is your icon? Why don't you have an icon this evening?
There's no icon?
No,
there isn't. Look at that shit. Okay,
Holly, get your shit together, all right? This is not a professional stream, but it can be. If you try hard enough. We got to make a little bit of an effort, okay? Who the fuck is trying to get a hold
Speaking of
me?
professional, who didn't mute their phone, Weebo?
Oh gosh, we're just all over the place. First we're nutting, then we're mounting, then we're getting rings.
Weebo!
Okay, make that one awkward. Do it, Polly. I dare you.
I don't want to hear about your boyfriend's nether piercings.
He doesn't have any piercings down there. He actually doesn't have any piercings, right? He's not listening to me.
Okay,
He's
going
decided
over here.
not to.
I'm gonna chat. Finally, I got chat and Weebo on the same screen here.
Yeehaw!
Abaddon's here and Lion Patriot, of course. Dr. Kiev. Hello, Doctor.
Hello, Doctor.
Officer Gex. Hello, Gex. Lion Patriot. Brad Young and No Name is here. What's up, No Name? Michael Trudell. Zombie Teddy, of course. Cool. And of all potato. Sweet. I think I might have missed some people in there. Sorry for that. We'll catch you.
There is a lag between the picture and sound. Weebo looks like she's in an old kung fu movie. How is that? How? Hang on. That's ridiculous. No, there isn't. I just looked. I just checked. There is no lag. Lies and slander. Trying to make me think that my technology is not on the up and up.
All right. So, speaking of being in an old kung fu movie, let's talk about subs versus dubs.
Dubs. Dubs all the way. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
All right. High five.
Dubs is the one where they have the voiceovers, right?
Correct.
Okay. Then yes, dubs all the way.
Now,
hate subtitles.
I recognize and I am aware that in the anime community,
and Polly was never seen alive again.
there is a strong thing for the subs because it's well, okay. Listen, I'm not I like certain anime but I'm not deep in the community in that way.
The community.
No, I'm just not. Like I said, there's anime I like, but there's people that know a lot about different animes, and they know, oh, well, the continuity of this one's off, and this one's okay. But the OVA of this one was great, but then the ongoing series kind of fell apart, and they get deep into it,
Yeah.
And these are the kind of people that view the subs as no insult intended, but they're kind of purists about it. I need to hear it in the original Japanese.
Japanese?
Yes.
That's fair.
Yeah. And they don't like some of the dub translations that it's like that's not even what the person said. Especially that came out with a lot of Rooster Teeth and Funimation, where the voiceover actors are being very, shall we say, liberal with their interpretation of the translations and putting in what they want. There's the famous ones of
I am familiar.
The Gamergate references that were stuck in for some reason, and so okay, I get the anger there. But let's talk about subs and dubs in a different way. Let's talk about Hong Kong action movies. Now,
can I explain myself first before we
Never.
go on? No, I can't explain myself. Okay. The world will never know.
Of course, go ahead.
Okay, so the reason why I prefer dubs over subs is because I very rarely, unless I'm being forced or a boyfriend is my cuddle buddy next to me, will willingly sit down and actually watch TV just to watch TV. Because usually I'm doing something at the same time as I'm watching TV. It's just background noise for me. So I'm like half paying attention. But my eyes aren't on the screen. And so I cannot read the subtitles and watch TV like I normally would. I have to listen to the dubs and go about my life the rest of the way that I usually would. So that's my explanation for why I prefer dubs. It has nothing to do with there's no depth there. It's just it's more compatible with my lifestyle. And no, it's not because I can't read, Abaddon. I think I would be able to get a degree if I couldn't read. What do you prefer, subs or dubs?
Who did what?
Subs or dubs?
Subbed works on most things, and dubbed works on the others.
That's a non-answer.
I understand both, and whatever I can watch is what I'm gonna watch.
Mm-hmm.
If I need to watch it subbed, I'll watch it subbed. If I need to watch it dubbed, I'll watch it dubbed.
Ugh.
It's like Black Clover in subbed. Much more hilarious.
He likes what he likes until
because it's only available.
He doesn't like it.
But still, I can only imagine it being funny in subbed.
Okay.
Yeah, Alpha Omega is future politician.
Future politician right over here.
I'll never get into politics, and you can't make me.
I wasn't going to. I would never. Mainly because I think my internet background and my sense of humor and a lot of about me would prevent him from being like.
I'd say I take you with me.
A politician. Hey. Because you could make it alone.
Ouch. Ye of little faith.
I meant like.
No, it's
no.
I know what you meant.
Okay.
No,
you know what? End of discussion. So back to our subs and dubs conversation.
Wait, who asked?
I did.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say Polly's right.
We were talking about old kung fu movies.
Yeah, I don't know. Polly's right. As long as you're not and he is, that's all I care about.
Okay, see, we can't trust his opinion. Polly, so old kung fu movies.
That sounded like a solid position.
Wait, are you talking about
I don't know why you're...
Are we talking about It Man? It's Man?
Imp. Sorry,
Imp Man.
No, I was right. IPMAN. Imp Man.
What are we talking about?
What are we talking about? Okay. Well,
I have no idea.
Zombie Teddy brought up the kind of movie, the exact movies I'm thinking of, actually. He said Cheyenne Fat did some pretty good movies. Goddamn right. You goddamn right, Cheyenne Fat did some pretty good movies.
So I don't I haven't watched a lot of kung fu movies, to be honest.
They're not kung. Stop saying that. They're
They're so good.
they're not kung fu movies. They're shoot 'em up action flicks, for want of a better description.
So wait, why aren't they kung fu movies?
Because nobody was kung fu.
If I could just grab you by both shoulders and just shake you.
But like, it's a legitimate question for someone who's never seen them.
Okay, fair enough, but we're going to move on.
Because this is going to trigger you. if we ask.
Yeah, there was a Weebo snort in there.
Yeah, there was. Because it was funny as fuck. Let's be honest.
So so let's talk about there is a incredible director of action movies in general. Brought a whole new style to the genre, especially of Hong Kong films and then to American films, by the name of John Woo. John Woo is a master filmmaker. That terrible. This is wow.
I had to. It was right there for the dig. Come on, Paul. You opened up right, like, wide enough for me to just go.
So anyway, he has a long time association with a certain actor by the name of Chow Yun Fat.
Chow Yun Fat.
Yeah, not Young, Yun, Y-U-N.
Ah, okay.
Chow Yun Fat, who's an incredible action star. He's been in a number of American movies that you may have seen him in. The Replacement Killers, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Nope.
No, did you see the sequel?
If I didn't see the original, why would I have seen the sequel?
Crouching Lion, Hidden Tiger? No.
Crouching Lion, Hidden. No, I have not seen it.
Crouching Lion, Hidden Dragon.
Tiger.
Yeah. No, that was the third one.
Oh, I didn't see. Okay, I thought it was the first one. I told you I don't.
We're making all of these up to screw with you. It's Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon's the only one.
Okay. Not having fun, Polly. Isn't that funny?
And anyway, I went looking for a copy of what is the most well-known one, the highest profile one, the legendary one called The Killer from 1990. It is brilliant. Some people prefer Hard Boiled, which I can understand. Hard Boiled is pure action genius, but I prefer The Killer. Now, this is what you got to understand to get this whole subs and dubs thing.
Mm-hmm.
People get it in the original Cantonese, which I can understand because they're whatever. But the dub version, the American actors, and they're actually a lot of British actors doing American accents over top of it. It's part of it. That's the way I first saw the film. If anybody out there has ever listened to Wu-Tang, listened to Raekwon's album, Only Built for Cuban Links, there's a whole bunch of cuts from that movie. That album is constructed around cuts from that film, different music that was used at different points, and it uses all of the actors' dubbed narration as part of it. It's just part of the film. Try and go on torrents. I mean, perfectly legitimate websites and find a copy with the English dubs over top of it. You can't. I'm going to have to go buy the Blu-ray of this damn thing. Of all potatoes telling me to tell you to check your goddamn Streamlabs.
I'm looking. If All Potato says I can listen to either, but on shows I've seen the dub first. I can't listen to the sub because it sounds wrong. Yes, I feel that 100%. Like, so when I watched Inuyasha, I watched it dubbed, and I cannot really listen to the subbed version of Inuyasha without being like, is that like what is originally supposed to be? Because that none of the voices make any sense. And here's the other thing too.
Really, it's only a different language.
It's not the language that I have a problem with. It's like, you know how voices have personalities attached to them?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if my face were talking in El Boyfriendo's voice, it would be unsettling, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be sexy as fuck, but whatever.
It disturbs me a little bit, is all. Oh, your picture finally showed up.
There we go.
But yeah, the subs make me feel weird. That is all. Weebo is not a dirty pleb. Thank you very much.
Well, they don't know you well enough.
Someday you're going to have to jump into the comments section.
Absolutely not. I'm having fun right where I am.
Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I've checked my Streamlabs. Do you have a Streamlabs?
Yes. It's Polydub Live.
No, I meant, do you have any yourself that...
Oh, to read out? No.
Yes.
No,
Okay.
You're the star of the show here, Weebo. The money comes to you.
I'm just wondering.
I'm here to be the Greek chorus in the background where I go, Weebo, Weebo. I provide the background ambiance, you know? You know what a Greek chorus is. Weebo, Jesus Christ, come on, the classical world. Let's
Stop yelling at me! Yes.
You know what a Greek chorus is, all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, isn't it Wait, no, I'm thinking of the orchestra. Because there is that too. I actually went to a whole... Like, okay, so when I was in Greece, we got to see the whole... Oh, God, what is it called? It's not an amphitheater. Is it?
It might be.
Oh, God, I'm totally spacing on the actual word for this. But yeah, we got to go see an actual theater with, like, all of the seats all the way back, and then there's the orchestra and the little pit in the front and the actual stage, and there are a whole bunch of actual terms for this that you wouldn't recognize today as being what a stage would be. But yeah, it's pretty cool. They're all outdoors, of course, because duh. Roofs are for pussies. You want as much lighting as you can get, and you only get that if you have your show like in the middle of the day with the sun beating down upon you. Back then, at least. Polly's that jerk that has private jets and lectures us about climate change. I have yet to ever be lectured by Polly about climate change.
Yeah. Who is it that how is it that well, that's not it's not so much the jerk that lectures people about climate change. Luckily he keeps his take note, actors. Keep your fucking politics out of your fucking movies. Now, I don't think we can expect any actor to keep their fucking politics out of their press junkets when they're promoting their movies or when they're doing interviews in magazines, because it seems to be part and parcel of being a Hollywood actor. But
well, nowadays, yeah.
At least he keeps it out of his movies. That's Billy Costigan from The Departed, one of the greatest pieces of crime cinema made in the last 20 years. And I really dig the character of Billy Costigan. And one time, like, what was it, 3 weeks ago now, Weebo? Your boy Pat said something about what did he say? How did he say it? Was so funny. He's like, I had this dream where I was talking to Weebo and Polly, or at least what I imagine Polly to look like, considering that I've never seen him.
I don't know if it was 3 weeks ago, but yeah, I did hear you say something about this.
Well, how long ago was it? I don't know.
You said something about it 2 weeks ago.
Okay, 2 weeks ago. So anyway, this happened on 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
However long ago. Pat
pedantry. The word is pedantry.
Zombie Teddy, he's explaining it. pedantry.
What?
Oh no, I was just I don't know what we're talking about anymore.
Internal Affairs or The Departed? Nice question. Okay. I'm going to give you an answer, but it's not a satisfying one. The answer is both, and I'll tell you why. Hear me out. Now, Weebo.
Yes.
You can't play video games while we're streaming. You got to listen.
I'm not playing video games.
I saw you look at one of your multi-screens and start clicking things. You're playing video games. You know what's going on.
I'm not playing video games.
I got
downloading one. But only because I was told to. I got in trouble.
Infernal Affairs is classic Asian cinema, and it is The Departed is a remake of Infernal Affairs, except taking it out of its original context and placed in Boston. But about the two characters that one is a scumbag who's working for the mob, who's inside of the police department, and the other one is a police officer who's undercover in the mob, working for the police department. You see what I'm saying? And they're trying to find each other. And in the case of The Departed, it's Matt Damon and Leonardo DiCaprio that are playing the two characters, and their characters constantly brush up against each other. They are, yes, Martin Scorsese did do a remake of The Departed, but William Monahan, who wrote the script for The Departed, I mean, that's a true remake homage where it's like, yes, we're going to take the main plot points and remake it, but we're not going to do what Disney does when they remake a film, which is just, it was originally an animation and now we're going to do it live action and rake in some more money off of your childhood nostalgia.
Oh, wait, hang on. Hold up, pause. Because I like what they did with Sleeping Beauty and Maleficent.
Who got molested?
Maleficent. That bitch with the horns.
Oh, yeah.
Because I actually like what they did with that movie. They gave her, like, extra lore and background because, okay, let's be honest, the original Sleeping Beauty movie had zero substance. But yeah, don't hate on all their remakes, just most of them.
There was a Maleficent remake?
Yeah, I had Angelina Jolie.
Or original, sorry.
So, Maleficent, the movie, is the live-action version of Sleeping Beauty, which is that it's.
I see what you're saying. Okay. I thought that I knew that character was from Sleeping Beauty, but I thought that you meant to say that there was an animated Maleficent.
Maleficent.
That's the one.
No, so, well, I mean, she was animated in the Sleeping Beauty.
Hold on, Alpha Omega. Who got molested? The moviegoer. You won the internet of the day. Well done.
But yeah, I actually like that version of the live action remake, but the rest didn't really bring anything to the table at all. And they literally are just remakes. Like, let's rehash old content. That one actually had original plot stuff. And while it wasn't perfect, it was decent. Are we just going to type things in chat that Weebo can't say? Worcestershire sauce. There, Zombie Teddy. I did it.
Say it with me. Worcestershire sauce.
No, now you're just trying to confuse me. Stop it.
No, it's fine.
It's cruel. I have a right from Cruel and Unusual Punishment, Polly, and I'm exercising that right now.
Did I ever tell you about the time that I nearly drove an ex-girlfriend crazy with cinnamon?
Yes, you did. How dare you?
Come on. That was a great story. When you can get someone to actually like cover their ears and run out of the room saying, "You're driving me crazy," you've done well.
Maybe that's why she's your ex-girlfriend.
Yes.
Actually, seriously?
Well, you said I told you the story. What don't you know about this?
I thought it was just you fucked with her brain about the pronunciation of cinnamon.
Yeah.
Is that actually what ended the relationship?
No. Is that what you were asking? No.
Yes.
No. No. That'd be pretty rough if that's what ended the relationship.
Polydub, the architect of his own relationship's demise.
No, not at all.
Shimin-san.
Fuck
off. Onomatopoeia.
Selenimin.
I hate you.
That was more or less a reaction. I still forget what I was making. I said, "Hey, can you pass the Schminnison?" She goes, "You mean the cinnamon?" That's what I said, the cinnamon. But she just stared at me with these like bug eyes, like doubting her own ears. You know what I mean? And she slams down the little cinnamon shaker and covers her ears and walks out of the room. And said, "You're driving me crazy." It was great.
And that is why we do not have cinnamon in this household. That's not actually why, but we do not have cinnamon in this household, so that would never work. We have hot cinnamon sunset tea, which is delicious, by the way. You should totally try it.
Hot cinnamon sunset.
Yep. I
wouldn't have imagined that cinnamon would make any kind of good tea, but all right, I'll take your word for it.
Oh, it tastes delicious. It's like, you ever had one of those Red Hots?
Sure. The candy?
Red Hot candy things, I think. It's like that, but in tea. And I like to put milk in it. Milk and honey in it. It's like a baked good right in your mouth, but it's watery, liquidy. It's a good time.
Stop it with the innuendo.
I am not innuendoing, okay? It's not my fault. You just have your mind in the gutter. It's really not my fault, all right? It's all your fault.
What was that line? Why is your mind in the gutter? It's attached to my body. I can't help it.
Oh, I'm gonna use that. Usually I'm the one with the inappropriate, like, innuendoing brain that just goes left field, like, that's dirty. Or it sounds dirty. But no, tonight it's Polly. We are flipping roles. Mind in the butter. Said Zelther the blind. No, it's the gutter. Now the chat's debating how to say Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
Worcester. Now I'm not certain. Hang on. We're looking it up. Worcestershire sauce. How to pronounce Worcestershire. All right. Ready? I'm going to learn you a thing, son. Class. Oh, hang on. Application window. Screen 1. Chrome tab. Where you at, home skillet? Ah! Okay.
All right.
Worcestershire.
Why are you trusting the computer?
This computer doesn't lie.
Why don't you look up feminism next? See what its definition is.
Okay, pronunciation guides are not wrong.
It's pronunciation. I'm stealing that look of disdain as a reaction meme. That was great. So, okay, I got this ongoing thing with Inquisitor.
Okay.
Where he insists that it's. Now, I agree with you. It's pronunciation. Why? Because you pronounce something. I'm going to pronounce it with pronunciation. And he is like, but that's not how you spell it. Because it's pronunciation. That's how you're supposed to say it. And I'm like, I'm not saying pronunciation any more than I'm saying schedule. I'm just not doing it. It sounds way too poncy, man. That's not my.
All right. Ask him this next time he says something. Is it pronounced or is it pronounced?
Well, this I hear you. You're preaching to the choir.
No, seriously, ask him that.
And I try and tell him. I say that's a regional thing. I mean, there's a lot of people that say pronunciation, and he goes, "Yeah, but they're wrong." It's like, okay, well, whatever. But I hear that all the time about little different things that I say. Apparently, I say milk weird. Apparently, I say what's another one? Ketchup. It's not. It's ketchup, not ketchup. I'm like,
I don't. What's the difference there?
Yeah, I know. It's so slight. It's like that ongoing Craig thing with Alex.
Craig.
Yeah, with Iron Alex. Yeah, it's the same together.
Craig
and Craig. Like you said the same thing twice.
It's Leviosa.
Yeah,
not Leviosa.
See, that's right. I should split the difference and go with Brad Young's. It's catsup.
Yeah, Daniel Foreman. It's catsup.
Yeah. Thank you, Evolved Potato, for the donation. Okay. I can't decide if I should have a can of tinned spaghetti for lunch. Is you mean like in a tin can for lunch, or get something else, or what? Also, the computer was right. That is how you pronounce Worcestershire. See?
Oh, tin can mean one of two things. It can either be preserved in a tin can, that is a food, or it can be covered or coated in tin or tin alloy. You should probably, or it can have been to cover with a thin layer of tin. So there's the adjective and then there's the verb.
But the only reason it threw me is because it said a can of tin spaghetti. So it's sort of like said it twice, and I thought
it'd be basically like saying a can of canned spaghetti.
Right. And that's what threw me. I thought it must mean something else the second way that Evolved Potato, the second time Evolved Potato said, because you already said can. So why would you say canned again? But I guess that's just the way it goes.
Abaddon the Despoiler has challenged me in the chat to say this word, and I will say it with dignity. Weebo Jones, say hippopotamonstrosia cupidaliophobia. He did it.
Cool. What is that?
It is a fear of long words, I believe.
Sweet.
Hippopotamonstrosis cupidaliophobia is the name of the fear of long words. Yep, I was right. It's just one of those fun facts that I know that I shouldn't, or I don't need to know. Do you say tomato or tomato?
Fucking tomato.
But have you ever said tomato just to fuck with somebody?
No.
Not even a little bit?
No.
Okay, do you pronounce the H in quip?
No. You know some Ponzi people.
I was just wondering.
I make sure to pronounce the H in cool whip, which I put on my tomatoes, always on a schedule. Like, would you? Perhaps we can rendezvous for some.
I'm sorry, is rendezvous pronounced somehow else?
Nah, it's just a word used by Ponzi people. It's rendezvous.
Rendezvous. Well, what is the alternative to rendezvous?
Meet up, get together, hook up.
I don't know. I feel like rendezvous seems it's like a normal person word.
No.
No.
No. Oh, look, here's a copy of The Killer from 1989 with Swedish subs. That doesn't help.
I'm sorry. This stream is gonna go down in infamy. I can't wait to see the comments after tonight. Be like, say this word, Weebo, say this word, or try this word. This word is really hard to say. Try to trip me up. I feel it. I know it's coming. I'm not gonna fall for it though.
Okay, I have memes.
You got memes? He got memes. No. Hitler and the Nazis. Out and proud, they overcame prejudice to become some of the most influential voices in America's LGBT community. Don't you just love it when this happens?
That is glorious. I mean, I've heard of glitches, but woo.
Well, you know what? You know what probably happened, right? Is the database that they're pulling all of these titles and like descriptions from and ratings and whatnot. Somewhere along the line, the import, at the very least, got fucked up by the person who imported it or who established it in the previous database or whatever it got put into the database. It got switched around somehow in the index with something else in the index, which is how you get this.
All right, well, that's cool. Explain this one then.
German type sexual harassment. What language is that? Who can tell me? Because I bet if I ran it through Google Translator in that language, that was what would come up. German type sexual harassment. Is that just German sausage? Is that what that means? Because I bet you that's probably what that is.
We got Zelthor mocking what we're talking about, and then I show a meme that I stole from him that he stole from Quiz, and he's getting upset over it. You're a bad chat member, Zelthor. That's Chinese, according to Vault Potato. The very helpful.
Okay.
But is it Szechuan? Is it Cantonese? Is it
simplified or is it traditional?
Yeah, I don't know. I do not know about this stuff. So.
Oh, come here. I'm gonna show you.
All right.
Okay, so here is that translated, which is pretty close. So here's the first character, which is pretty close to that character. There's that character. And if I were to translate this, yeah, so it's Chinese simplified. If I were to translate this back into English.
What up, Skull Maggot? You've been noticed. How's it going? Woo!
Come on. Nope, it doesn't want to translate back. Because of course it doesn't. Here. But yeah, basically it's just Chinese. It's probably Chinese for
No, Weebo.
German sausage.
What? I found I came across this meme the other day and I threw it in my meme folder thinking, I gotta show that to Zelthor. He's gonna love it the most. Here, you'll get a kick out of this. Oh shit.
Made some fish tacos today, and they came out amazing. That's actually disgusting. That's disgusting. I don't like that at all.
Come on, that's hilarious.
It's not a taco.
Yeah,
Fish.
I found coughs to death. Yeah, well. Hold on.
Street
I have other
fish tacos is literally just another way of saying hooker. No?
Street fish? That's disgusting.
Street fish tacos is literally just another way of saying hooker. Or, well, specifically, the hooker's vagina.
I would imagine.
I've seen this before. You can't get me a second time with this.
I just want everyone to enjoy it again. It's a timeless classic.
I disagree.
Look at the time and attention and detail they spent on the cosplay.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Hold on, my phone's blowing up.
Why do you have to torture us with this? I wonder what would happen if I typed German sausage into the translator.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just going to say into, search engine generally. Don't do that. You're going to get weird scat porn.
Hang on. Oh, yeah, that's pretty goddamn close. Deguo Xianchang. That's what that translates to.
It actually does come out close?
It comes out pretty close. So here. Yeah. So here is German sausage. So German is obviously the same. And then the second character is exactly the same as what was up here, which is the original text. And then if you know anything about Chinese characters, you know that like the actual characters themselves are relatively similar.
You don't need to tell me about Chinese characters.
Oh, I don't need. Okay, you know everything about Chinese characters. Then is that what I mean?
No, I don't know shit. No, not at all. I'm just completely ignorant on the whole thing. Actually,
yeah, I never took Chinese. Although I did tell my dad that I wanted to, and he's like, "No, Weebo, you're not taking Chinese. Just like you're not taking computer science." Ha ha ha. Anyway, but from what I remember, because I had a friend who took Chinese in college. She said the characters are stackable. I don't know if I'm using that term right, but or if I'm actually using the right phrase to describe it. But like in an individual character, there are stackable figures, kind of like how in an individual word you can add letters to form a word. Same thing with Chinese characters, except you're stacking different lines and stuff. And so it could probably come out really close. Yeah, I don't know why that would come out as that. I wonder what just sausage is in Chinese. Yeah, I'm at a loss. That's going to bug me. Officer Gax, I'd rather learn Latin. Well, despite it being a dead language, it is actually relatively useful. I would say, because if you learn either Greek or Latin, a lot of things get easier to determine the meaning of in terms of words, because if you know the root of a word. Not necessarily like that it came from Greece or that it came from Latin, but if you know the translation of that root, you can pretty reasonably discern what a word means. Like, for instance, the root phobia. It means like a pretty serious fear. That's attached to the ends of words, like agoraphobia. Agora in the ancient Greek tradition literally meant like the outside place where people would socialize. And phobia means fear. So agoraphobia quite literally translates to, in Greek, fear of the outside place. Or like specifically the marketplace. But it's translatable to like just outside nowadays. Barbarian. The root barbar or barbaros is actually strangers or foreigners, kind of similar to, well, not similar to, barbarian meant like uninvited foreigners, whereas when we talk about xenia or xenophobia, fear of foreigners, xenia meant house guest, which is like someone who's visiting your nation or your home specifically.
No, apparently I was lied to. I have a passing interest, certainly no level of expertise on the classical world, especially late Republic Rome, and that hinge period with Julius and Augustus, Octavian, what have you. And what I was led to believe is that barbarian, from documentaries, this has just been repeated several times, that barbarian like doesn't actually have a meaning word. It's just if you don't speak Latin or Greek, you're speaking meaninglessly. Bar. That's the way you talk. Hence the barbarians.
Not the way that I understand it. I understood it when I was learning Attic Greek, which is so not Homeric Greek, which is what you would get when you translate any of the Homeric epics. Attic Greek is like ancient Greek. And the Greek word barbaros literally just meant stranger to these lands. Anyone who wasn't Greek or who didn't reside in a Greek city-state. Just a foreigner, basically.
Yeah, I'm just telling you what I heard.
No. I got my Greek textbook over there if you want me to bust it out. No, you know what? It would be interesting to kind of pull that out and just kind of parse through it and, I don't know, take a gander at it. It might be fun. More fun than when it was that I was actually taking the class, because now there was pressure then. Now it's just for funsies. Kind of like the violin. I could just bust it out and play a few notes and be like, no pressure. I don't have to prep for a concert or anything. It's fine.
All right, Weebo. What movie would you say you know the best?
What movie do I know the best?
Yes.
Oh, God. That could be a number of movies, honestly.
One of the movies you know the best.
The Sound of Music.
Really?
Yeah. Why is that surprising?
Oh, you just froze for me, so like I just didn't hear anything. The Sound of Music.
Well, actually, maybe okay, so I loved Sound of Music, so I would know it, but to be quite honest, there are a few movies that I absolutely loathe or would never watch again that I know pretty well because I saw them 100 million times. Because my mother used to babysit my sister and my brother with the TV, and we had exactly 10 movies on DVD. And so those got put on repeat quite frequently. So I think I know Lion King 1.5 better than I know any other movie. I also know Finding Nemo better than I should. And I hate both of those movies. I know Cars way too well because I've seen it 8 million times. So any one of those 3 animated movies I know pretty well. Or, and this is one that I know that I don't hate, Barbie, Princess and the Pauper. All right, so I just gave you like 5 different options. Take your pick.
All right, we're going to go with The Sound of Music.
Okay.
We're doing trivia. Hold on, let me just share my screen so you guys can see what I'm looking at. Should we pick one that's quite difficult for Weebo? Should we pick one that's halfway? See what we have here.
Doe, a deer, a female deer, ray, a drop of golden sun. me a name I call myself. I'm gonna expand this so you guys won't be able to see me or Polly, just so we can see all of it.
Donate now to a tuning fork for Weebo Jones. Get her on key.
That
Let's
was
see.
on key. Hang on. Pause. Polly Dubbenstein.
Yes.
Fuck you.
Well, that's a meme waiting to happen. It's just we don't mouth words. Fuck yeah. Okay. So you can have tough, average, difficult, easy, or very easy.
Let's go average.
Average. Okay.
Because I am average.
Okay. Sound of Music, average. Hey guys, hope you have fun with this one. Well, we'll see if we do. And we're not going to go with the timed one because it's a little difficult to do time one. We're going to take it as a single page. When Maria was on the bus going to the Von Trapp house for the first time, who was sitting across the aisle from her? A man, a lady wearing a hat, no one, a lady not wearing a hat.
No one.
No one. Number 2. One of the children injured their ankle while filming. True or false?
True.
You got a 50-50, so it's not bad. True or false? The Sound of Music is based on a true story.
True.
Finish this saying, quote, I'm Brigitte. She's Louisa. She's 13 years old and you're smart. I'm blank. And I think the dress is the ugliest one I have ever saw.
Regita. I think.
I'm Brigitte. She's Louisa. She's 13 years old and you're smart. I'm blank. And I think your dress is the ugliest one I ever saw.
Regita.
Oh, you're saying that's the actual answer?
No, I don't know.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I have no fucking clue. Jesus. I'm just gonna guess. Yeah, apparently this is medium difficulty. This is a little bit more difficult than I thought it would be. Jesus. Yeah, I have no idea. Fish sticks. Oh, okay. We can do that too.
When the children are singing So Long Farewell on the stairs at the party, the captain throws for the Baroness. Who is Marta standing behind?
I hate this so much.
Lysel, Kurt, Brigitte, Louisa. Mute that motherfucker.
Sorry. It's my reminder to take my anti-baby medication.
Okay.
Kurt.
Which one of these are not one of the nuns featured in the movie? Sister Sophia, Margarita, Bertha, or Julia?
Bertha. I'm going to do so bad on this.
Which of these characters is one of the workers employed by Captain Von Trapp to work in the house? Herr Zeller, Franz, Admiral von Schreiber, or Baron Elberfeld? Baron Elberfeld. Which one of these characters is not? Okay, which one of these characters is one of the workers employed by Captain Von Trapp to work in the house?
First one, Herr Zeller.
Herr Zeller. Who told Frederick that he was impossible? Was it Fräulein Martha 4 governesses ago? Her mother, Fräulein June 4 governesses ago. Fräulein Josephine 4 governesses
Fräulein Josephine.
When the storm is happening and all of the children run to Maria's room, Brigitte is the 5th child to be in the room.
Jesus fuck, this is like a super specific quiz. False. This isn't even trivia.
It is trivia.
I mean, it's
trivial questions, hence trivia.
I don't fucking like it.
I fucking
I don't fucking like it.
fuck.
Fuck.
When the storm is happening and all the children run to the room, Brigitte is the 5th child to be in the room. True or false?
False.
False.
The
Trivia for the obsessed. Old man Enfield says it.
yeah, trivia for the obsessed. That's what this is.
When
yeah,
Maria turns up late for dinner for their first dinner together, what object is in the hallway behind the captain?
I don't fucking know. A clock.
A clock.
Good night, my love.
All right. Let's see how you did. You have a good night too.
What did the producer have for lunch for the second day of filming? Yeah, that's a good question.
Well, I'll have you know that AP and I, when he came on Noir Bar, because we both fancy ourselves Scorsese fans, and particularly Casino fans, the 1995 film Casino, and we did trivia from Casino, and we did 10 out of 10. We just destroyed. So, Weebo, this is your fault. All right. When Marie was on the bus, blah blah blah, who was sitting across from her? It's a lady wearing a hat. You were wrong. One of the children injured during filming. True, you were right. It was Lysol. She injured it during a dancing scene in the gazebo with Rolf. True or false? Sound of Music is based on true story. True. It's based on true story, and there are many changes. They're actually caught on a train out of Austria instead of walking over the Alps. Finishes saying, "I'm Brigitte. I'm gay," and I think your dress is the youngest I ever saw. The answer is 10. Oh, she's 13 years old and you're smart. I'm 10. So gay was the wrong answer, Weebo. Well done.
What? Oh, no.
Mm-hmm. Which of these are not one of the nuns featured in the movie? Sister Bertha. It's actually Sister Julia. You said Herr Zeller is one of the employees employed by Von Trapp. No, it's actually Franz, who told Frederick he was impossible, and that was Fräulein Josephine. You're right. When the storm is happening, Brigitte is actually the 5th child in the room. It's false. She is not the 5th child in the room, so she was first. Marta is the 5th child after Lisa, who comes in the window. Then Marta comes. Jesus Christ, why is the order of when they come in? Well, you got 6 out of 10, and there is in fact a clock behind them. The average is 7 out of 10. You scored 6 out of 10. You are below average.
No, you're below average. You know what? I can play this game too.
Yeah, you can. It's open to everybody.
No. Not that game. A different game. Hang on.
Weebo got a D, Abaddon says.
I get that often enough. Shut up.
Well, I shot my mouth off about The Departed. Let's see if they have a Departed trivia. They do. Go ahead. Bring it up. Ask me the questions. See how I do. You were destroyed with facts and logic, Weebo. Selther's right.
Shut your whore mouth. Hang on. I'm gonna give you a different quiz. I'm protesting. All right. Do I want to be sacrilegious? Or
Alpha Omega asks, have you taken the Departed test before, Polly? No.
Okay, here we go. Got one.
All right.
Ha! Pulling it up right now.
What's the joke?
Which possible Illuminati member are you? We're taking BuzzFeed quizzes.
Oh, BuzzFeed. Why are you giving them the ad revenue? Oh, Jesus.
What the? This image is no longer available. This image is no longer available. This image is no longer available.
great.
Oh, okay. You know what? Let's take the quiz anyway. All right. Which box?
Let's take it anyway.
there's there's absolutely zero content for you. All right. Which of these boxes with no image would you like to select first, Polly? It's not that hard. They're literally all the same. Oh, this is apparently a very difficult decision, chat, for Polly. He's stumped.
Yeah, I lost. How about that? All right, let's go with that.
All right. Pick one of these 9.
0 out of 10. I totally failed.
Come on. Pick a number 1 through 9.
7.
All right. Pick a number 1 through 9.
4.
Another number 1 through 9.
4.
Another number 1 through 9.
Jesus Christ. 1.
1 through 9.
3. So stupid.
One more time. Actually, several more times, I think.
9.
9. All right, 1 through 3.
3.
Another 1 through 3.
3.
Another 1 through 3.
2.
Oh, there we go. Once more.
1 through 3.
Yeah.
3.
You got Tupac Shakur.
Okay, sure. Wow. I just it's like it's got a beam into my soul. It knows me so well. Fuck.
You faked your own death to prove your commitment to the Illuminati because, allegedly, who knows where you are now. Sightings have placed you in Jamaica, China, and even America. Your skills and talents are missed in the community, but all are suspicious of your disappearance. This image is no longer available. See, I told you it was worth it.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we got another one.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
Which of Jesus's disciples are you? That's the sacrilegious one. Do you consent to this, Polly?
No, I actually
Okay.
don't consent to this, and it's not on any kind of ethical or theological grounds. I'm not picking 404 errors randomly, for God's sake.
Well, how do you know it's got a 404 error attached to it? Oh dear. I'll have to play this game with someone else. What kind of investor are you?
Weebo.
Oh, this one actually has pictures. What? What?
You're an actual bartender. Is this your idea of bar games and cocktail hour? Okay, here's a deck of cards. They're all blank. Let's play poker.
Wow. Excuse me. I thought we were having fun. Chat, aren't we having fun? I thought that was funny. I thought it was a good time. Wonder if Cosmo's got any quizzes.
Weebo gets weepy when she's been drinking. She turns into Weepo.
Weepo.
Weebo.
Oh, we could play Cosmopolitan quizzes.
Oh, Zombie Teddy said 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. I can't do that game. Like people amaze me with their knowledge of movies and actors, like broadly, where they can go such and such, and it was in such and such film with so and so and so and so. And then Kevin Bacon. Wow, I can't. Yeah, I can't do that at all.
Hey, Polly, would you like to find out which Ryan Gosling movie character your boyfriend is?
I've stopped beating my wife.
Which Drake is your boyfriend? Polly, look at these quizzes. Look at them.
The Cosmo quizzes?
Yeah. How well do you really know your mom? Which famous Justin Bieber is your boyfriend? I didn't know there were more than one Justin Bieber.
Which famous Justin Bieber?
Which famous Chris is your boyfriend?
I'm not playing pick the Bieber.
Does he like you? Where's all of the quizzes aimed at men? All right, I thought this was supposed to be non-sexist existence that we lived in. How well do you know Leonardo DiCaprio? How well do you know Leonardo DiCaprio?
Not very well.
Not very well.
I mean, movies that he's been in that I really dig. I know the movies and I know the character. I don't care about what Leonardo DiCaprio's favorite brunch drink is. I don't give a fuck.
Actually, realistic signs you're in love in 2019. Oh my god. Okay, I guess we can do your Departed quiz. Send me the quiz.
Inception wasn't a bad movie. No, Inception was with the exception in Inception of what's her name. It's a great movie.
Are you stupid quiz?
Elliot Page, rather. Sorry, Weebo, I don't want to get your channel canceled. It's Elliot. Disavow. She plays that role of Ariadne. Nice name, Ariadne. So she plays the role so smugly. That kind of smugness isn't inherent in the character's dialogue, but she's always like, "Don't you get?"
Her name is Ariadne.
Yes, her name is actually Ariadne. I know. And she's an American student who's like totally like this clever hipster girl. She's an American student abroad studying architecture in France.
I just hate that name. Ariadne.
The only thing that makes it okay is that the first time you hear her name said, Michael Caine's the one saying it, so it softens the blow because he's just so cool and slick that it's like, all right. Yeah. Just call her Page Forehead. Exactly. I like it.
How do you spell Ariadne?
Good question. I'm not actually certain.
I'm looking it up. All right. So Inception, IMDb. Oh, it's spelled with an A.
Marcin Johansson asks, favorite actor? Humphrey Bogart.
Yay.
Have you ever seen a Humphrey Bogart movie?
Oh
yeah, of course you did.
Yes.
You saw Casablanca and didn't think it was that good.
Oh, that's how I know her name. And that's why I don't like her.
Marcin Johnson asks, who is that? Humphrey Bogart is the greatest leading man of all time, in my opinion. One of the greatest actors Hollywood ever produced. He's got a very old Hollywood classic leading man look to him, an extremely distinctive speaking voice. He died a good number of years ago. He died in the early 50s. He's the main character in Casablanca. He plays Richard Blaine. He's Sam Spade in The Maltese Falcon. He's Philip Marlowe in The Big Sleep. I don't know. The list goes on and on. He's been in dozens of movies.
So, I believe so she was a Cretan princess in Greek mythology associated with the Minotaur and Theseus. And if I'm not mistaken, was she the one? She was the one that got him out of the labyrinth via the big old long string thingy.
That's actually a clever use of her name then, because that's exactly what she's doing. She's the dream architect that builds the labyrinth to keep people trapped, and she's the only one that knows the way out.
But why don't I like her again?
Ariadne
or she wasn't the
forehead?
No, just the character in Greek mythology. I thought might be associating her with a different Greek.
Oh, Jim Beam asked, how did I like Bogart's role in the Kane Mutiny? Oh, incredible. As the slowly slipping from sanity captain. It's just, it's great. It's a court-martial kind of film where he's being, held responsible for what happened, during the mutiny and so forth. It's just, whoo. Yeah, Bogart brings out his acting chops for that one. Incredible.
Theseus abandons Ariadne and Dionysus rediscovers and weds her. Okay, no, she's not the one that I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of the other bitch who was a witch who cut up her brother and just kind of distributed him behind the boat in order to prevent their father from pursuing them. I can't remember which myth that was.
Let's do a Greek mythology one next. Pick a particular kind of Greek mythology that you like. I suggest to make it more specific, like the Iliad or the Odyssey.
Let's go with the Odyssey.
The Odyssey, okay.
Yeah.
But you have the link that you asked for.
I do. Oh, you sent it in the private chat.
In the meantime, I'm going to grab an Odyssey thing for you. Welcome to Trivia with Weebo and Polly.
All right, now I just have to remember how you spell Odyssey.
Oh, Clash of the Titans Alpha Omega brings up. If you're talking about I'm just such a fan of the original 1981 Clash of the Titans. I think 81 with Harry Hamlin. I think that's his name, the main actor, Harry Hamlin. It's stop motion animation. There's this great scene where you have anyway, you get the idea. They're fighting dragons and so forth. It's very similar to Jason and the Argonauts, where Jason and the Argonauts fight this entire army of skeletons that all done one frame at a time with stop motion animation. Looks great. But then the remake of it with, oh shit, what's that actor's name? He was the guy in the wheelchair in Avatar. He was the Marine in the wheelchair in Avatar. He was Sam Worthington. Sam Worthington. And it was a Hollywood, blah, blah, blah. But the great part about Clash of the Titans, the remake, is that it had Gemma, I can't remember her last name, beautiful British actress. She plays Io, the woman cursed with agelessness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, she's so sexy.
All right, let's take it on the single page. And I made it nice and big for everybody. Which is an Odyssey?
Did the name Release the Kraken? Oh, the remake. Oh, yes. Yeah, the Release the Kraken is absolutely. Yeah, you got Liam Neeson going, Release the Kraken! It was fantastic.
Okay.
Is that her name? Bear? Gemma Arterton? Is that Arterton? Okay. Yeah. Oh, she's sexy. She played Strawberry Fields in Quantum of Solace, the sequel to Casino Royale, the James Bond movie. Whew, hot woman.
Are we ready, Polly?
Yes. Did you just pick one?
Yeah.
Whichever one? Okay, hold on. Let me bring it up on the other screen here.
Oh, do you want me to send it to you?
Oh, you're doing the Odyssey? What happened to The Departed?
Oh, you wanted me to... Okay, I thought we were doing the Odyssey.
The quiz, when you pulled up what I sent you, it should have been a bunch of Departed quizzes.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, really?
No, it was just the search thing.
Oh.
Okay, so let's find one. The Departed. Have you done any of these yet?
I've never done a single Departed quiz. I never thought to.
All right, let's do this.
I just mentioned it because I've got a picture of Leonardo DiCaprio from The Departed up here.
All right, who directed the movie?
Martin Scorsese.
What kind of mafia was involved in this movie?
Irish.
What was Leonardo DiCaprio's character's password when Sullivan got into his computer file?
William Costigan Jr. His own name.
JR or Junior? Oh, William. Sullivan and Queenan were the two men in the Massachusetts State Police who set it up for Costigan to go under in the mafia.
False.
What is the name of the woman who both Sullivan and Costigan were involved with?
Oh, fuck. Ah, this is so shit. Fuck. She's a psychologist. She graduated from Harvard. They were both in a love affair with her. She's Billy Costigan's therapist. Sullivan meets her at the state police headquarters. Fuck. I don't know. I forget her name. Shit. Ball drop.
Shit. Ball drop.
Yeah.
Where did Sullivan meet the shrink he ended up going out with?
The elevator. It's already clicked.
Sorry, that was an accident. But okay.
You got it right.
So, how does Costigan meet the woman that Sullivan was already going out with?
He was assigned to her. She's his shrink, is the answer. He was assigned to her as part of his probation.
Dingham has vulgar language and uses it whenever he speaks.
True.
What actor plays Dingham?
Mark Wahlberg.
Mark. Who was the rat in the Massachusetts State Police?
Colin Sullivan.
Submit my answers. We'll see how you did. All right, so Martin did direct it.
Mm-hmm.
The gang was Irish. William Costigan Jr. was the correct answer. False. And then
Madeline.
Yeah, wow. The answer was not shitball drop.
Wow.
Believe it or not.
Don't name your daughter shitball drop, ladies.
Or gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
They did meet in the elevator. She is his shrink. Wait, hang on. Isn't this kind of a giveaway for this answer?
Yeah, no kidding. Good point.
Get better at making your quiz, guys. Come on.
Hey, what's up, Pat? What's going on, Pat?
So, Pat, he likes to swear every time he opens his mouth. It's actually pretty funny because it brings down the tension in the movie. But that's the whole point.
Yeah.
Tension is the whole point, I thought.
It is. It does it bring down the tension? It gives you a laugh, but it sort of, but it doesn't really bring down the tension. It's like, fuck you. How's your mother? Tired from fucking my father. This is sort of back and forth obscenities that they have.
You like to see it, or like to see it. Marky Mark was the one who played Dingham.
Yes.
And it was Colin Sullivan who was the rat. So 9 out of 10 points. You scored 135 points.
What's the average?
8 out of 10.
Ha! Above average.
You're above average. All right. So now it's time for the Odyssey.
All right. But I have to pick it because I asked the questions here. Damn you.
Fine.
All right. Stop sharing your screen. All right. Screen shared. Wow. So do you want to go with there's average, difficult, very difficult? I'd avoid very difficult. Like it's gonna be like,
Let's go average. And can you zoom in, do you think? Or is that asking too much of your potato?
In 8. I'm gonna go with this one, average. The Odyssey 5 is a short-lived, thought-provoking Showtime series. I don't think that's the right one.
No.
Homer Odyssey, average. A nice, easy quiz on Homer's The Odyssey.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
Do you want to go with an easy one? See if you can redeem yourself.
Let's try doing a moderate one, maybe.
All right. Oh, wow. trivia,
4.
fun facts, and interesting information. Where's the... Oh, play as a single page. Yeah, shh, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. What is an odyssey in the context of today? Another name for Odysseus. A long journey, an odd occurrence, a word Homer invented that has no significance today. Really? Okay. I hope it gets harder than this for you.
It's a long journey.
It's a long journey. What is Odysseus' son called?
Telemachus.
Telemachus. Odysseus and his men meet a Cyclops while trying to find their way home. What was his name? Polyphemus? Polyphemus? Nobody. Polygon. Poly.
Polyphemus, I think.
Polyphemus or famous?
Famous. PH.
Famous.
PH.
Oh. PH. Polyphemus. The Cyclops places a huge stone in the entrance of his cave to stop the men from getting out. How does Odysseus escape? Blinds him, then ties himself and his men to the Cyclops' sheep. Stabs him in the heart and then ties himself and men onto the Cyclops' sheep. Stabs him in the heart and then rolls the stone away. Blinds him and then rolls the stone away. I even know the answer to this one.
First one.
Yeah, that's what my answer too. Because he feels the top of the sheep and he tied themselves like underneath them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is Odysseus' wife's name?
Penelope.
There you go. Odysseus encounters some beautiful singing women who tempt sailors on the rocks. What are they called?
Sirens.
Woohoo. Divas.
Sirens. Divas.
They also encounter 2 other deadly monsters, a 6-headed monster and a personified whirlpool. What are they called? Sparta and Calypso, Sparta and Circe, Celia and Charmander. Charmander? Isn't that a poker man?
Celia and Charybdis.
Celia and Charybdis. Okay.
The last one. Sparta and Circe. Haha. It's funny.
I can't believe I knew the name of a poker man. I blame Far and Zelthor for...
It's all their fault, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is. Yeah. Number 8, Odysseus is good at testing people. How does he test his wife to make sure that she has been faithful? He disguises himself and then tells her that his dick is really, really small and she feels it, and his large member lets her. He disguises himself and then tells her he saw Odysseus and what he was wearing and sees if it makes her cry. He disguises himself and tells her Odysseus is dead. He disguises himself and tries to kiss her to see what she does. He disguises himself and asks her outright.
I think the second one tells her Odysseus is dead.
He disguises himself and tells her Odysseus is dead.
That one I'm not 100% sure on. It could be either 2 or 4 that he disguises himself and asks her outright. But I'm not 100% sure.
Okay, Evolved Potato says Charmander is like the second most known poker man. Be amazed I even know one. I mean, for real though. Number 9, Odysseus' wife is equally cunning at testing people. She makes sure that Odysseus is who he says he is by pretending she has moved his what? His trusty sword, his bow and arrow, his favorite chair, or his bed.
His bed.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Okay. And finally, number 10, having killed all the suitors, almost all the young men of the town, Odysseus can still not remain happily at home. He must first go on another journey before he can be at peace. True or false?
False. It's been 20 fucking years. I'm pretty sure it was false.
There, let's find out here. You are right. It is a long journey. Odysseus' son is indeed Telemachus.
You're frozen. Oh, not anymore.
What?
You're not frozen anymore.
All right. His son is indeed Telemachus.
Telemachus.
Odysseus is his men meet a Cyclops. His name is Polyphemus.
Yep.
He blinds the Cyclops and then ties himself to the sheep. His wife's name is indeed Penelope.
It's Penelope, not Penelope. There's no O there.
I'm having fun. Odysseus encountered some beautiful singing women, and they are indeed called the divas. They encounter two other deadly monsters. They are Skyla and Charybdis.
Scylla and Charybdis. You ignorant slut.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Odysseus is good at testing people. But you were wrong. He doesn't disguise himself and tell her that he's dead. He disguises himself and then tells her how he saw Odysseus and what he was wearing and sees if it makes her cry.
Okay, then.
And did indeed move his bed. You're correct there. And no, he does apparently need to go on another one. It's like, even though his suitors had breached the laws of hospitality and threatened Odysseus's house, the families were still angry and wanted revenge. However, just as the suitor's father and Odysseus's men were about to start fighting, the gods intervened and peace was restored. Odysseus was still forced to leave Ithaca, though, because Zeus ordered him to go on a journey far from the sea to a, quote, winnowing fan, a symbol that his days at sea were over and he would die safely with his family.
Nice.
8 out of 10. The average score was 8 out of 10.
All right, I'm average then.
There you go.
Yeah.
All sorts of. I've never even heard of the winnowing fan.
I totally forgot about that part. Because I remember that they had killed all the suitors, but I had forgotten that their families wanted revenge, which it only makes sense that they would. And that there was anything that came after them killing the suitors. Weebo got a B. She must have cheated, said Abaddon. No, I actually know what I'm talking about. Thank you very much. And thank you the next 6 minutes for the donation over on the Streamlabs. I somehow managed to endure all of the episodes of The Inhumans. I suffer from my art. Anyhow, check your P.O. box later in the week. Hey, y'all, you need to be subbed to Weebo to be awesome. You want to be awesome, right? I thought so. Be awesome and sub and buy merch. Oh, yeah, that's right. By the way, guys, there's a P.O. box that I will put into the description here that I got this week in preparation for projects to come and such. So if you guys feel so inclined, go check it out. But only if inclined. Not otherwise. It's fine. But yeah, I got a P.O. box. So now I expect all of the things and stuff. I don't know.
Oh, Weebo, you know what we should watch? What just came to mind?
What?
Excuse me. I'm sorry, I'm all congested. I should really mute the mic when I do that.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, I should.
You should.
But all right, let's not belabor the issue. Speaking of labors, Hercules. Now, we should watch 1981 Hercules, the Italian film starring Lou Ferrigno. It's hilarious. It's so good. It's so fun. It takes like all the Greek myths, like sometimes related to Hercules, often not, puts them in a jar, shakes them up, spills them on the tabletop, and calls it a movie. You get this big muscular guy, Lou Ferrigno, who played the Incredible Hulk on the Incredible Hulk TV show.
Yeah.
They painted him green. Anyway, well, the Hulk's green, Weebo.
Well, I know. I'm just like, they just painted him. Like, they didn't do anything like prosthetic wise or.
Oh, well, no. Lou Ferrigno's just a huge, ripped, muscular man. He's just
okay. Yeah, no, I've never seen this.
He's just ridiculously large. So they get him to play Hercules in this Italian production, and it's a really fun movie, and it's going to drive you fucking crazy because it has so much fun with the mix and matching of Greek myth and then just making stuff up as they need to. It's got a bunch of really bad early 80s special effects in it. At one point, he beats a bear up and throws it into space.
What?
I'm not even kidding. He beats the bear up because the bear kills his father. Spoilers. And so his adoptive father beats the bear up, and then he's so mad because it just killed his father, goes, "Roar!" and throws it, and you see it flying through space. He actually throws it into orbit, and it just keeps going out into the cosmos. It's awesome.
Well, alrighty then.
And if you enjoy it, there's a sequel, The Adventures of Hercules.
All right, then. Yeah, maybe we should do that. I don't know when I'd have time to, though. Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about it.
All right.
Brother Bear. Hang on. So someone in the chat, Jim Beam, wasn't there something about his wife knowing it was him because he could string the bow? There was a segment about that, and you know what? Actually, I don't know if that was the deciding factor for Penelope about whether or not that was her husband or it was something alternatively. I'd have to relook. I think I have. Yeah, I do have the Odyssey over there. I'd have to revisit the text because it's been what, like 2.5 years for me since I read the Odyssey. Or since I studied it, actually. It wasn't so much reading as it was studying and going over and learning about things and passages and stuff. It was a lot.
What movie was that from? It's simply called Hercules, 1981 or 2. I forget which one, but starring Lou Ferrigno. You can't go wrong. And Daniel Fulman asks, is his voice dubbed? Oddly, yes. Lou Ferrigno speaks perfectly intelligible English. He's a native English speaker, but it's an Italian production, so they dub literally every single person's voice. Sybil Danning is in it, and they overdub her voice, and she's a native English speaker. It makes no sense, but whatever.
With someone else's voice or with her own voice?
No, with they have this stable of voiceover artists that they used in Italian productions at that time, so you could be easily confused into thinking there's only like 7 voices in all of Italy. You know, it's thank you, next 6 minutes for the donation. Nice haircut, man. Anyhow, Godzilla and Kong trailer is out, by the way, and would love to talk to you about it. Not much more to say other than if you are not subbed to Polydub, you need to get better taste in YouTube channels. I'd love to do Noir Bar in late March, bro. Yeah, actually, you should come on Noir Bar. Have you even been on even one of my birthday Noir Bars? If not, yeah, absolutely. Horrible movie, but a lot of laughs. Samurai Cop. Yeah, fuck Samurai Cop, Zombie Teddy. Classic. Yeah, I've seen it. It's I only heard of it through Red Letter Media, and then I had to get a copy. I had to see this movie. And it's up on YouTube if you want to watch it.
Did you ever, I have a question. Did you ever read Beowulf in like college or high school? Or even learn about it, at least?
Learned about it, yes. Read it, no. That's a little dense. Epic poetry in original.
Well, yeah. Well, the translated version, though, I meant.
Sections.
Just sections.
Yeah, as we were learning about it. It's like, you know, doing... I never did have a chance to do Greek mythology deep in the sense, like, the way you would it, like... I did mythology. I did one course in the classical world as a freshman, but it was a survey course. So it was like the context of the Greek cultural world. So like their cultural matrix. So you get a lot of everything. Here's how worship practices worked. Here was how some of the mythological tales. Here's some of the different cults that were going on. Here's how politics worked in Athens and then Rome and whatever. Like I said, it was a survey course generally of the classical world. So that's as far as I got. And I regret that. It's too bad, but you can't take all the things, unfortunately.
Honestly, if I were to do like a fun degree, it would definitely be history. Just in general, like across the board, all history. I would study all of the aspects of history that super interest me. So a lot of classics, a lot of legends and mythology. Yeah, especially the mythology. I'm super attuned to. It's very interesting to me.
Yeah, we got. Hercules in New York. Alpha Omega brings up. I've never actually seen that starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, where they overdubbed his voice apparently because his Austrian accent was so thick. I've seen clips, but I've never actually seen that whole movie. And lots of people going, "Yay, Beowulf!" And Officer Gex is, Beowulf's my shit.
They actually made an animated movie about it. The animation
that I
is
saw.
creepy. You did see it?
I did see that. Yeah, Robert Zemeckis's 3D animated Beowulf. I did see that.
Yeah. What did you think of it?
Does Beowulf really fight Grendel naked for the first time? Is it?
I don't remember when I studied it. That wasn't an aspect that we hyper focused on. But we could look it up.
Because it was like, oh my god, wow, that schlong is slapping.
He
It was just saying.
Like, I know he didn't do it with a sword, but did he do it with his sword on display? That's my question. Grendel naked. No, he wasn't naked in the poem. The notion that Beowulf's nudity in the movie can be justified by the original poem seems to be floating around out there on the web. Neil Gaiman himself made the claim in an LA Times interview and several months before the movie opened. So apparently the origin of the idea, that was the origin of the idea. Oh, and then someone just directly quotes the Old English version of the poem. Here, let's watch Weebo butcher Old English for a second here. All right,
Sure.
You want to watch me torture myself?
Yeah, Old English is tough, man. It's no joke. I got nothing to make fun of, man. It is hard.
All right. This is what I will be reading, and oh boy. Dahi him of died Isrin Biren Elm of Heflin seld his Hersted sword. Irensist umbit pengne und gelden het hilde getwe. Gesprek pasegora kilpwarda som Beowulf geta he abed stige. Noek me an herosmum Hernmagrim Telige Gob Gero Geworka One Grendel Hen Forbanik him Forbun Ik Hein Sword Sweben Nil Aldre Ben Neotan Pech
Holy shit.
El Mege. I tried so hard. All right, so translated that is, then he took off the iron baron, the helm from his head, gave his decorated sword the best of iron to his attendant, and ordered him to hold the war equipment. That god-man spoke boastful words, Beowulf the Great, before he went to bed. I never supposed myself poorer in the battle strength, in battle deeds than Grendel himself. Therefore I will not, with a sword, put him to sleep, deprive him of live, though I easily might. So he takes off his armor, but he doesn't actually get naked, if you catch my drift. And that was my attempt at Old English. An attempt was made. Not really Old English, is it? More like Scottish or German, right? No, that's actually Old English. Like, that's what Old English is. I actually have a book on back order that is supposed to get here 12 days ago, but hasn't arrived yet, that would allow me to translate Old English, just because I thought it would be fun to have. Officer Gax says, I don't think Old English is the original. Like, it was translated from Old English, to Old English from another language, maybe, I don't know. What book is it? It's the Epic of Beowulf.
Wow.
You ever try to read some Old English, Polly? Like,
yes.
You want to try it? You want to try to do that again? No, you don't want to try that?
No, thank you.
You're fine.
Yes.
You're welcome. Yeah. How would we know? Anyway. So yeah, that was fun. When I read it in high school, obviously we didn't read it in the Old English version, although we were given an idea of what it would have been. Because I think, if I remember correctly, this was AP Literature and Composition. Yes, AP Lit and Composition. and we were reading a whole bunch of stuff, and this was one of them. And my teacher, she wanted us to have an example of how translations can fuck, or like how different people's translations of old texts can fuck with the actual meaning based off of how they translate it. And this was a primary example of that, because believe it or not, there aren't words that translate very neatly from like Old English or Greek or Latin into current day English, because it's not a one-to-one, like this means exactly this thing. Because there was no, for instance, microwave. There was no word for microwave in Old English. But to backtrack that, I mean, like, the word in Latin for forum, like what that meant, there is no current day real world comparison. Not really. So we have nothing to kind of relate it to. So the best we can come up with is like, it was just like an open space upon which people, or at which people kind of just discussed. It was like a social outing for people to just kind of talk about the order of the day, the current state of the Roman Republic. There's no actual like thing that we can relate it to. Like, oh, marketplace was an actual marketplace, like, you know, grocery store, what have you. But yeah, the study of languages is super interesting.
I agree. Totally.
If you ever get a chance to do that, that's one thing that I regret not pursuing in any academic capacity beyond the 2 semesters that I took Greek. I wish I had more time in my schedule to pursue it more thoroughly and more widely.
I remember I had thoughts of doing Latin, as somebody had mentioned before, and I remember talking to a friend of mine who said, when we were in our first year master's program, he said, yeah, he goes, I took Latin, and that's when my GPA dropped. And I was like, really? He's like, man, honestly, I'll just side, it's called the GPA killer, because it's that rough. You have to spend twice as much time, and the professors will tell you that if you're used to spending, for every hour in class you should spend 1 to 2 hours outside studying, double that for Latin if you want to be able to, you know, keep up.
The same was the case for Greek, actually.
Really? Yeah, okay. Yeah. I can believe it. I can believe it.
Those old languages, you just don't want to mess with them, because it's not just like, if you've ever studied a foreign language, for instance Spanish, it's not just that the verbs have different tenses. All of the words have different tenses, and they're not just gendered, but they're gendered, they're participle, they're I will literally short out if I continue on, because I blocked it out of my brain because I had 8 million other things to worry about after I stopped taking Greek.
I mean, it's interesting insofar as, like, you know, you said Latin is a dead language. I did not know for the longest time that Hebrew was a dead language. I'm certainly not a linguist, but I'm not exactly sure the technical definition of a dead language. It's when it's no longer being organically used by communities in that way. Something along those lines, because Latin is not a dead language in the sense it's still a liturgical language. It's still what's written in for the Catholic Church. All people encyclicals are written in Latin first. All the cardinals and bishops and popes, of course, they all know Latin thoroughly and write their encyclicals in Latin first, and then it's translated into other languages, but only liturgically. It's not an organic language that communities are using. And I didn't know for the longest time, up until the late 1800s, that Hebrew itself was like that, strictly a liturgical language. Only in like Torah reading and stuff in synagogues did anybody use it. And then a group of guys who were a group of linguists modernized it in such a way that it could be used as a modern language, updated some stuff, made it more flexible to incorporate foreign words, so you could have borrowed phrases for the modern world, so you could have a word for microwave and shit like that. And that's the Hebrew that's spoken like commonly today. That's the national language of Israel. And I'm like, I had no idea. That's
so
interesting.
It's like modern Hebrew.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just looked it up, and so there's actually a term for an extinct language too, which is different from a dead language. So an extinct language is one that's no longer has any speakers, especially if the language has no living descendants. So we're talking like ancient Egyptian.
Mm.
Like no one speaks in hieroglyphics. not what I meant, but like ancient Egyptian is an extinct language from what I understand. Or cuneiform. Whoever spoken or whoever wrote cuneiform. That's
hey, Far, what's going on?
Language.
You just joined.
We don't know how it's pronounced.
I did watch this video one time when I had this idea. It's like, what did ancient Egyptian sound like? Because it's interesting when you think pyramid builders, or at the very least Cleopatra and company. Well, Cleopatra would have been speaking Coptic Greek probably. But in any case, what did ancient Egyptian sound like? And there's a number of videos online where linguists say like, this language is descended from this language, is descended from this language, and then here's as close as it can get. Somebody who speaks this, so it's going to sound something along these lines. It's pretty wild to listen to. It's like, really? It's excuse me, I'm all congested today.
Fargo's sign language is speaking in hieroglyphics. No.
Check this out.
Check this out.
Check this out.
But can I finish reading about what a dead language is too?
Yeah, of course. Go ahead.
All right. So in contrast, a dead language is one that is no longer the native language of any community, even if it's still used like Latin. So there we go. That's the difference. And that's what that means. Okay, so now what am I checking out?
The pyramid builders spoke Jewish. I don't know where to begin telling you what. I love you, Zombie Teddy. What you looking up there, Weebo?
So I had read somewhere in my extensive research about
too soon.
In my extensive research when I was doing the Was Kang series,
Sure.
One of the things that I came across, and and while I was looking up slavery throughout the ages and whatnot, one of the things that stood out to me was this. So the Hebrew Bible, especially the books of Genesis and Exodus, describe a long period during which the children of Israel, also called Israelites, lived in the Nile Delta of ancient Egypt. So that's like the lower kingdom. For those of you who don't understand, the Nile flows south to north, so the lower kingdom is closer to the Mediterranean than the upper kingdom was. Unless I have that flipped. I don't think I do.
No,
so the Egyptians, so the Egyptians appeared to have called them Hebrews and enslaved them. The Israelites by then organized into the 12 tribes, escaped servitude, spent 40 years wandering the wilderness of the Sinai. However, this narrative is not corroborated by any historical evidence, with the Israelites first appearing in the archaeological record of the Merneptah stele from between 1208 to 1203 BCE at the end of the Bronze Age. So, historically speaking, there is no archaeological evidence of any Israelites of the Exodus. Or of there being anything.
There's no G in that word.
Exodus.
It's an ongoing pet peeve of mine. I don't know. I went to the exit to exodus the room. Sorry, go ahead. You were saying no archaeological.
So when I say the Exodus involving Israelites, there could have been an Exodus of not Israelites. But like I said, the first appearance of Israelites was, I believe, well after that period.
Yeah, the archaeological evidence for the existence of Israelites as a separate people from Canaanites in the land of Canaan, it gets pretty technical really fast. There's early Hebraic writings on certain stones that are what?
The chat is making fun of me because
Yes,
of
they
you.
are. Well, but when are they not, Weebo? It's all done with affection, though, so it's fine.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate all of the affection and love.
Yeah, well, it gets technical real fast. And Weebo, you know what? You should come over, like, because you did the We Was Kangs thing. You should come over to the Hebrew Israelite gang of fun that I end up having, where we're the original Hebrews and the Ashkenazi Jews have stolen our heritage, et cetera, et cetera. Oh, they're a fun bunch, those guys. It's
Every day is Pick on Weebo Day. Yep.
Vol Potato says, "What about the Canaanites?" Well, it's an interesting question. It's like the way they say Aramaic. Oh, well, that's a dialect of Hebrew. Not true. Apparently, according to linguists and my linguist friends. Well, too, but that's plural. That's my linguist friends. It's not. It's what do you call it, Weebo? They're of the same language tree, but one isn't a subset of the other. They're both Hebrew and Aramaic are both of the same language tree. They're both Canaanite languages, but Aramaic.
There's an actual term for that.
Yeah,
I could not put my finger on it.
I forget what it is, but it's they're of the same language tree. So it's like, did Israelites come out of Canaanites? Are they a separate group of Canaanites, or are they different from the Canaanites? It gets complicated, and it's very archaeological and anthropological, and it's outside of my fucking pay scale.
Yep. But don't tell that to, don't say that to anyone who studies biblical history, that there is no actual archaeological proof, because they're going to pull shit out their asses.
Right? Oh, yeah, Weebo talking about Far talking about the church pews with Hebrew on it. Fun times. There's a church in the First African Baptist Church in Savannah, Georgia, that has these markings on the pews that the Hebrew Israelites, this woke group of African Americans who swear that they are descended from the tribe of Judah and they are the true Jews and everyone else is a pretender. This book is our book, meaning the Bible. This is a book written by us, for us, about us. And probably most hysterically, they are King James only biblical people, that the only proper English translation of the Bible is in English. That is the Bible proper. It's like the King James Bible, the white man's the devil and has stolen your true Hebrew heritage. But that, of course, they have to go back and reinterpret it, that King James was a black man who preserved it for us.
Yep.
No joke. Like they just go full retard, man. It's great stuff. If you've ever, the whole "that's right," that the groups of people yelling and swearing and cursing out people on street corners, Hebrew Israelites.
They're my favorite.
They're such a fun bunch. Jolly good time listening to those guys talk.
Well,
and it's keeping in mind that of the tribes of Judah, they consider African Americans, Hispanics, and Native Americans to all be of the tribe of Judah. They're all the same people. What?
Well, they're the logical extension of that person that goes back in their genealogical line and looks for any loose connection they can find to any sort of royalty, and then just grasps onto it so tightly, and then makes that their entire personality and identity, and lives by that tenuous connection. Did I use that word right? Tenuous?
Yes. No. Perfect use of that word, in my opinion. It like tenuous, like the thinnest gossamer strand of nothing to be able to have some kind of identity. I got to use the word gossamer in a sentence.
Yes, you did. Look at us with our big words. Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Was Kangs. My people are the lost tribe. The Irish.
The Irish, yeah, right?
Gags. It irks me that there are people like that just tack on to that and try to live vicariously through that history. Because, okay, yeah, maybe you have the most slightest of connections to this history. but it's just that, a slight connection. You are not that history. You are not living that history. You are not that person. There is nothing about you that makes you anything remotely similar to this other person, except for maybe a slight genetics connection. But that's about it, right? You are your own person.
Well, even that, like, I can tell you this: the most racist memes and racist utterances I have ever seen or heard online come from Hebrew Israelites. I've shown these to Zelthor and Far and a few other people, but not many, because I don't want to get caught sharing some of the depths. Like, I have never seen, spicy memes and blah blah blah. And they get racist, but it's all for fun. These are just mean-spirited maliciousness that Hebrew Israelites aim at Africans, because they are not African from their perspective. It's like they're Black Americans, but we're not African. We're Hebrews. We are the people that were living in the Bible. We are the people that were living in Jerusalem. We were transported to West Africa, and that's where we were taken into slavery. They think of Africans as these backwards people who lived in grass huts with rings in their lips and rings on their neck and all of their tribal primitive ways. That's not us. We're the evolved Hebrews. And it's like, all I see here is a massive amount of bizarre, twisted self-hate. They're a strange bunch, man. And they would be funny if there weren't tens of thousands of them in America and they weren't growing at a shocking rate. Scary. You can't live in a big city in America without encountering these people on a street corner yelling their shit with their 12 tribes chart and their fucking Harlem Hebrew. They've got their own way to pronounce it. L'Shalashaim. They swear that they're the only ones that know how to pronounce Hebrew correctly because a man in a gray suit, an angel, appeared to Abba Bivens back in the 1940s or 1950s in Harlem and told Abba Bivens, one of the founders of this group, this is how you properly pronounce these Hebrew words. What's said today is actually Yiddish influenced Hebrew. It's not the real language of your forefathers. It's like, you guys are fucking full nuts, man. You're fruitcakes. But, whatever. Try and tell them different. You're a white devil just trying to confuse them with tricknology.
Yep. Oh, gosh. Nuts. Absolutely nuts.
And my favorite part is, don't you dare come at us like that. That's anti-Semitism. That's fun to hear, because they're the real Jews, right? So if you're insulting them, it's anti-Semitic, and it's like, oh my God, listen, I gotta stop with the crazy pills. Shit's getting a little fucking weird, man.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Jim Beam says tricknology. Yeah, that's an actual saying. I didn't make that up. That's a Nation of Islam thing. The devil uses tricknology to confuse the people, to commit menticide, mental genocide, menticide. They love making up their words, man. It's
well, all right then.
Yeah, the lies that are told and put into books, which is why a library is called that. It's the place where the lies are stored, hence library. No, I'm not making that one up either. The tactics of tricking the people into confusing them as to who they really are, like their true heritage, is a technology of tricks. Thus it's tricknology. I just, you guys are just playing word games. This is just it's Boggle. You know the game? It's like,
I love that game.
What's that?
I love that game.
Really? I'm terrible at games like that. Scrabble, Boggle. I don't know. If we ever played Scrabble, you'd destroy me. So there's the yawn. The stream's come to an end.
Yeah, actually, I have to wake up in what's 6 o'clock from now in the morning? No, I don't have to wake up at 6 o'clock. I have to wake up earlier than that. I have to wake up soon. Later. Yeah, it is time. Pumpkining time.
Bob says, check your money hole. Thank you very much for the donation. I have no idea what you're talking about when you say Canaanite. I think vampires from Vampire the Masquerade. The area in ancient times in and around Jerusalem, Judea, current day Israel, in ancient times was called Canaan. Hence, the people that lived there were referred to as Canaanites.
Weren't they supposedly a descendant from Cain's line? Like,
Yes, yeah, absolutely. As in Cain and Abel, hence the name Cain.
Biblically, the first son.
Yeah. And when the Jews, when the Hebrews left the land of Goshen during the Exodus from Egypt, out from under Pharaoh's yoke, they returned to the land of their forefathers, to the land of Canaan, and went to war with the Canaanites who lived there to reclaim their ancestral land, etc., etc.
History is fun. Biblical history is very interesting.
It is.
So long as you're not bogged down in and this person, son of this person, son of this person. There's like there are whole sections dedicated to specifically just genealogy, and that's where I get lost and disinterested.
Yeah, it becomes a muddled mess, especially when you have people turning it in by Hebrew Israelites, turning it into a giant supremacy fest because they've got some kind of psychological fixation on those issues. Whatever, man. Okay, so anyhow, Weebo, what do you have coming up, and what have you put up recently? What are your pitches?
So I put up the second video for the part 2 of the comic book mails last Monday.
Mm-hmm.
This coming Monday, I don't have anything coming out. Hopefully I'll have something out next Monday, but if that's not the case, come February, I have 2 videos planned. Hopefully everything goes smoothly. If not, then I will be eating crow and doing a makeup stream. Not like a makeup stream, but like a stream wherein I do something to make up for my lack of content.
Fair enough. But what a tease. I was like, Weebo's going to do a makeup stream. I'm down, man.
Seriously?
Well, like Comic Book Girl 19, a channel that used to be up, she's like, I'm going to do a makeup stream while I talk about Batman v Superman. Why? I don't know. I can't think of anything else to do while I'm talking about Batman v Superman, so she just did her makeup. So for all, why not? I don't know.
I could do something.
Yeah, like I'm going to do my makeup while I talk about mythology or coding or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I could do that.
I mean,
I also have a face here that I could finish that I haven't touched since the last time I touched it. Hey, look,
your costumery and your face, it's all stuff just to do on stream whilst you're talking. I mean, it's like quizzes, Warhammer 40k painting streams. A lot of it is the interaction with the audience and the talking about like 40k lore or whatever the hell else, while there's something on the screen to watch, which is him doing his detailed work.
I gotta figure out how to set up multi-cameras so that can be a thing that I do. Because right now I have 3 cameras. And if I can get one, specifically the Logitech that I just bought, to get pointed down, because it is more flexible in that respect, then I could actually like do face cam while I'm working on the thing that I'm working on. And it could be really cool.
Yeah. No, I mean, when you were showing you making the mask originally, I'm like, I was thinking to myself, see, this could be content. People would be interested in your sewing and stitch ripping and such. Yeah,
that was fun. Anyway, all right. So I don't have anything like solidly planned. It's whatever comes first will come first. But I have content that's coming out. Like I was thinking about doing a stream tomorrow, but we'll see.
Okay.
How about you? Other than that, I do have a collab planned with Eve at some point. That is one of my 2 videos coming out in February.
Sweet.
That we are recording, I believe, the 30th of January. It's gonna be funny. And then nothing else beyond that. Just, well, no, I'm not allowed to shill it yet. It's a surprise.
Ooh.
You will see.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. There is something coming out this week. I almost forgot about it.
Are you announcing an OnlyFans? Damn it! I spoiled it. I'm sorry. Fuck.
Yeah, Polly, you spoiled it. No, it's not an OnlyFans. But it's something that people will enjoy. I am satisfied in knowing that they will. Like, I know it.
All right.
Collabs aren't real. Okay, Polly, what about you? Do you have anything coming out?
Yes, I do. I got a video coming out this week. And then, but also this week, I will be over on the AAA stream. Yay! With Sinatra and Drunkle. And it'll be a hair on fire, driving down the highway at 100 miles an hour type stream, as they always are over there. And so that'll be a good time.
Go team. All right, so you guys, thank you so much for coming out, watching us, enjoying the stream, sharing, liking, subscribing, donating. We deeply appreciate it. We'll be back here, same time, same place next week, same otter, same face. I'm your girl Weebo. That's Polydub, and we are Cocktail Hour. I don't know why I did that. I thought it would be cool, but it ended up being lame. Anyway, see you guys. Bye.
Laters.